What's up everybody, Blue Suit Reviews, brand new video. Today I'm doing a product review on something that I feel like every Hemi owner should have. I try to buy and use products that are going to add some functionality to the car as well as characteristic or character value. So today I'm doing a product review on what is called the oil catch can, or other known as the oil separator. So stay tuned. So the first thing I want to say about this is you do not have to get an oil separator from a specific company. I don't think that any company is better than another one. But when you're going with different companies, what you're looking for is the overall value that it's going to add as far as the way it's able to be mounted, how it's able to be hooked up as far as the hoses and everything is concerned, and the way it looks. So before I go any further, I want to explain what the oil catch can or what the oil separator is actually for. If you own a Hemi engine, or if you know anything about the Hemi engines, you know that Hemi engines recycle air. So while the engine is running, oil is recycled through the vehicle intake. The problem is that oil can get into your intake and gum things up, and you don't want that. And this is for all Hemi engines. As far as the engine size, 5.7, both the 5.7, 6.4 naturally aspirated and the 6.2 liter supercharged all deal with the same problem. The only difference between the supercharged version and the naturally aspirated is that oil that is carried with the air that is being recycled, and naturally aspirated, it gets into the intake immediately. The bigger problem for the supercharged versions is the oil actually gets sucked up into the supercharger. So while that air is being recycled from the valves, it goes into the supercharger snout and into the supercharger, so you can actually gum up the supercharger with recycled used oil from the engine. I've taken the bottom off, so this is the actual catch compartment itself, or the actual can. The way it works is the can itself screws underneath the head of the entire catch can assembly. I don't know if I can get this to go with one hand. Got it. So it screws to the top of the assembly. So air comes out of the valve, and these are the even number cylinders, 2, 4, 6, and 8, and then the odd cylinders are 1, 3, 5, and 7 are on the other side. You can actually, for the supercharged version of this vehicle, you can actually run 2 catch cans, one on the even cylinders and one on the odd cylinders. I only run a catch can on the even cylinders because from the research I've done, and yes, I watch other YouTube videos to see what the impact is of running just one catch can. Apparently, or what it appears, is that the even number cylinders create the most blowback as far as the oil that is produced or that is coming out of the engine itself. So I'm only running a catch can on the even cylinders. I am probably going to run a catch can on the odd cylinders very soon, and that is recommendations from people who have way more experience than I do with this, saying that once you get out on the drag strip and really get in the heavy in the multiple passes, the blowback actually occurs on both sides of the engine, especially if your fuel consumption is up, if you have upgraded fuel injectors, if you have upgraded fuel lines, the more fuel that goes into the engine, the harder the engine is working, and it creates more blowback. But for right now, I'm only running a catch can on the even cylinders. And since I've been running the catch can, I have caught some oil. I emptied this. If you watch my garage oil change video, you see that there was some oil in there. So I empty this every single time I do an oil change. If it's not time for an oil change, I wait about 300 to 400 miles before I even check the can itself. The can is pretty large. I don't know how deep the can is, but there's a lot of room in it to catch oil, so I don't think you'll run into any problems with overflow unless you're just neglecting the can altogether. There are a ton of videos out there that will show you how to put this on. As far as the way it looks, even though the overall design of the catch can is pretty much the same no matter what manufacturer you go with, the quality may be a little bit different, but the functionality is basically the same. This one is a Billet Technology oil catch can, and the reason why I got it is because it is extremely easy to install. As you notice, the can itself has a bar that goes out to the mounting bracket. The mounting bracket mounts in one place, and that's it. So after I mounted this, only one bolt that mounts this right into the engine block, and after I mounted it, the hose is attached very easily. They're regular rubber hoses. One goes right into the top of the valve over the number 2 cylinder, and then the other hose goes right down into the side of the snout, and it's installed. So as far as like which company to go with, you could pretty much just go with any company. You do not have to spend a lot of money on the oil catch can to get the right functionality. The oil catch can that I have now originally cost me about $149 from Billet Technology, and it does take a while to get it. If you order it, make sure that it's not something that you want to make like a project for that weekend, because it did take about a month. But a cool thing is I ordered my catch can from Billet Technology for my Scat Pack back in December of 2019. And when I got it, really had no inclination at that time that I was gonna be able to get a Hellcat in January. So when January came and I actually got the Hellcat, I was actually able to go back to Billet Technology and order what's called a Hellcat conversion kit. Disclaimer, I am not sponsored by Billet Technology, nor am I a paid spokesperson, but I do think that the oil catch can from Billet Technology is really good quality. It definitely looks great underneath the hood, and it definitely does the job, which is what I originally bought it for. So again, you don't have to go with Billet Technology. I just think that they make a really good product. And the fact that they were able to get me a Hellcat conversion kit for not very expensive was a definite plus in my book. I want to make sure I say that you do not need a oil catch can. It is just highly recommended if you want to keep the intake and the top part of your engine, the heads of your engine, clean. So that's it for this video. I didn't want to make this a long one. I just wanted to quickly go over the value of an oil catch can. If you like this video, please hit the like button, share, subscribe, hit the notification bells. And if you follow me on Instagram, that's another way to know when I post videos, because I try to post a preview of what's going to happen on my Instagram before it gets to my YouTube channel. Thank you for tuning in, Blue Suit Reviews. I will see you in that next video.